Back deep for the Spiders, it'll be Isaiah Dawson along with Jamal Brown. Kickoff duties for the Hoyas for Thomas Anderson.
Kicking off for Anderson. The Hoyas, number 81, Thomas Anderson.
I'll see by way of Chicago, Illinois. Beautiful day for football, unseasonably warm, but the fans here are very happy to have it as we are underway. Hoyas and the Spiders as it's taken, and Dawson lets it go over his head, and we'll have a touchback, and Richmond will start off with the football. 3rd and 7, need to get it out to the 35 for a first down. Wickersham looking deep, man, has a step, and he will have a catch all the way down at the 20-yard line as Javion Griffin gets deep, and a big play for this Richmond offense. Richmond has struggled with the offensive explosion, losing really most of their passing game in the transfer portal to JMU this year. They'll hand it off, no fake. Wickersham out in the flat. He has a man. He might have a touchdown. Ball's loose. It's going to be Richmond. Ball picked up and brought down as Hill was Johnny on the spot. Big play by Wedner Cadet to yank that one loose, but the Hoyas couldn't jump on it. So on for the field goal attempt, Jaden Alszewski, the graduate student from the Richmond area. Kind of an unexpected kicker for Richmond this year as Alszewski puts it up. And he will. It puts him behind the sticks, but right now going down, he had all kinds of opening. Des Thomas slips down on the turf. Might have had a touchdown. Instead, he only gets back just past the line of scrimmage. Thomas Anderson only 5 of 10 on field goals this year, so they're going to go for it. Thomas eludes the pocket. He'll throw it deep as he's looking, and it's going to be caught by Jimmy Kibble, who comes up with it. He was looking for the back out of the backfield in Hart, but Jimmy Kibble comes riding in on the white horse to make a spectacular play. So Georgetown, diamond formation they used very well last year. Again, handoff. It's Hart, and Hart, no signal. Finally it is. Savon Hart into the end zone. Hoyas take the lead.
For the Georgetown touchdown.
It ends up in the end zone. Anderson on for the extra point, and that will put the Hoyas up 7-3. As Thomas, rush coming, he'll elude. Throws it into the end zone. He's got Kibble. He's got a touchdown. The Hoyas have a double-digit lead. Jimmy Kibble came into this one a little dinged up, but he does not look like it. Has the big touchdown catch to set up the first score, and then has a touchdown catch right there. Sends a man in motion. They'll hand it off on the crossbuck, and into the end zone will be Aziz Foster Powell as the Spiders find pay dirt for the first time today.
Seemed pretty simple in the end. Take another look at this replay. Just able to avoid Mose and slips in almost untouched.
Spiders go to the ground as
Kick is good.
Alszewski boots it through.
Aziz Foster Powell's 3-yard touchdown.
Take the hand off to Hart. Down and wide open is Grimes. Down the sidelines. Grimes inside the 40 as he was left wide open, and another big play for Georgetown. Thomas, pressure coming. He's got to pull it down, trying to get out the back end. Right now just needs to get rid of it as he's looking at a grounding call as he just throws it away. And that's going to be a big mistake. And the flag comes down.
Flag on the play.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 10. Ball be placed to the spot of the foul. Loss of down. 2nd down.
2nd and 9. Wickersham looking, and he's got a man. He's got a big gain as well as Dawson inside the 10-yard line as that one took plenty of time, and now some flags down behind the play. And it's going to be a hold.
Offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Holmstrom wearing number 50 today for those of you watching and following. Out in the flat. And Ryan Allen makes the tackle as Jamal Brown into the game, brought down for a loss. As Georgetown will have the ball to start the second half. Could not give up a score without a payback, as Fair will make the fair catch inside his own 20-yard line, but the Spiders have a chance to go down and put points on the board with 2.5 minutes to go. Roll it out, almost got there. They're going to say the ball was actually tipped. Mahassan's got to get away from it, so Richmond will be smart to let it lay as long as they can. And it looks like, again, that getting a piece of that one was Keenan Richardson-Cook, as he gets a back bump by Rob Scarlata. But like we saw earlier in the year, Richardson-Cook got a piece of it, but he didn't block all of it and got a pretty good roll on the other end.
2nd and 2.
2nd and short. They'll again get it to Kibble. This time he's past the sticks. Clock will stop as they reset the chains.
Richmond front that refuses to let up.
2nd and 19 at the 46.
And it's going to be a fumble. Thomas gets back on top of it, as again a mishandle. As he and Hart looking at each other, and Rob Scarlata kind of has hands on his hips. He's deciding whether he wants to even try here. So it looks like Georgetown may run a play. If they can get across the chains, they'll run the field goal team out. Thomas is flushed. He'll throw it deep down the field again, looking for Grimes, and that's well off the mark, and that is the final play of the, like we said, up to 3rd on the all-time receiving list at Georgetown. Savon Hart to the outside. Hart's got a seam. Hart will be on his feet. Savon Hart down the sideline. Hart will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Savon Hart. Big play strikes for the Hoyas.
Touchdown!
One tackle missed. There's a second one missed. Third missed. And even Sealman can't get to him either. All those chances to get in and couldn't. And yeah, the club on his hand maybe preventing him from making the tackle.
60 yards. Anderson's extra point is up and good. And what a way to start the half for the Hoyas. 60-yard touchdown run by Savon Hart.
60 yards.
3rd downs as up the middle, and Wickersham runs over a couple men, a missed tackle, and he gets a huge gain all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And it was going to be a fake, but one of the linemen moved up front.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Here's Sumter off right tackle. He will be hit, bounces it back for about a gain of 1.
That was Carter Glassmeyer.
Going for almost 600 yards on the season, finds Hill, and Hill's got a 1st down and more. Hill down the sideline, he cuts it back as Mose brings him down, but a big play for Richmond to get down into Georgetown territory. 7 total touchdowns. They'll pitch it out. Foster Powell with his heavy formation. Flag is down.
Flag on the play. Aziz Foster.
They had everybody up on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to say it's offsides against the Hoyas, someone in the neutral zone.
Defense, number 7. Penalties half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
Comes the Richmond push, and should be in, and he is. So a spark from the backup quarterback, Ashton Snellsire, puts Richmond in the end zone. They've cut the Hoya lead down to 5, pending the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick by Olszewski is good.
Kick is good.
Good chance to do something.
The physicality of Richmond maybe taking its toll on the Hoyas. Georgetown sends some pressure, going deep, this time wide open. It's Griffin, and the Richmond Spiders have the lead on the busted coverage. Took one play to make that personal foul hurt.
Take a look at this, and he knew exactly where he wanted to go with it. Jeremy, we looked immediately. He was already acres free of anybody.
Olszewski on for the extra point. He boots it through, and the Spiders now with a 3-point lead. As the Hoyas had back-to-back touchdowns after the first field goal for the Spiders. Hassan taking it up, and he will be hit right at the 25-yard line and brought down. So he is elusive, Savon Hart. They'll hand it to him again. This time the front is there. A little extracurricular afterwards as Fitz takes one of the Hoya linemen and puts him on his backside. So no gain. This well within his range. But they're thinking about 6. Here's Hart. What a cut by Savon Hart. He gets to the outside. He's brought down. And a nice tackle by Allen, as well as Frazier coming to clean it up. Looked like he was headed to the house off an amazing cut by the sophomore from Minnesota. Like a little early movement and stacked up. What a play. Richmond defensive line gets in the backfield as number 19, Lee Bruner, the fourth, the safety, is able to blow that play up and keep the Hoyas from keeping the drive going. What a defensive stop by Richmond. Johnson's the holder. Gets it up, and he will boot it through as Richmond thought they had a block. Got through quickly, but just enough. This is the 5th straight one-score game that Richmond has been involved in. Hoyas were on a streak of 3 before, and it's on the ground again. Is it going to be Richmond ball? It is. 3rd time today the Hoyas have put it on the ground on the handoff from quarterback to running back on the read option. And this time it finally goes Richmond's way, and they are set up. It could be a fatal flaw for the Hoyas. Here's Snellsire trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hit. He dives. Flags are down, so possibly holding on the Spiders, which could change the calculus here.
Flags are down.
Holding. Offense. Number 88. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Now it's a difficult situation for Richmond. Still got 15 yards to get into that end zone.
Snellsire throwing it deep, and he's got a man. He's got a touchdown. Richmond in. What a play as Andrew King out of the backfield scores on a nice throw from Snellsire, his 3rd total touchdown of the game off the bench. Now Shesky puts it up, and he boots it through. So the fumble by the Hoyas deep in their own territory cost them dearly as Richmond converts even after the holding penalty. Put them in to go, or should be to goal and long, I should say, but still able to convert on the touchdown pass from Snellsire to King for 15 yards. But doesn't want to lose the field position, so a delay of game penalty. So it looks like Richmond's content to punt this one away and really, again, try to pin the Hoyas inside their own end like they did earlier.
I mean, there was always that option, too. That just gives you a little more space to try and get it to the corner. Remember, there was the muffed one earlier by Gray.
So in this spot here, we'll see if the Hoyas send a punt block.
Gray comes out to punch.
Looks like Georgetown may be down a man.
Hoyas, number 80,
May not have enough men out there. So they'll adjust now. Pressure comes. Gray gets it away. High kick. It's going to bounce and take a Georgetown bounce into the end zone. So the Hoyas do catch a break. As they'll have the ball at the 20-yard line. Just 31 seconds to go and no timeouts against a ferocious Richmond pass rush that has made life miserable for the Hoyas so far today.
Well, you know, we mentioned in our keys to the game, they got to play to that final whistle. This Georgetown team has done a great job of doing things in the final few seconds this year. Now, you know, this isn't over just over the fact of what they did against Bucknell. Obviously, the Morgan State Hail Mary. And remember, clock stops momentarily when you get a first down. Now, since you're under
6 sacks already on the day for Richmond, plus 2 key intentional grounding penalties. Over the middle looking for Kibble. That's off the mark. Like Mahassan might have been more open than Kibble was.
At the 20.
Again, Georgetown now looking at a 2nd and 10. Of course, they won the game against Morgan State with a Hail Mary also had the last second win against Bucknell. Looked like they were headed for a field goal loss. And Naimose picked one off and went back 65 yards the other way for a touchdown. And tries to throw it away. Down on the ground. Now the Hoyas will have to hustle back and down it.
They don't realize.
And
couldn't kill.
Yeah, the receiving core not getting back.
Third down at the 5.
So they might get one last play off, maybe. And Thomas will snap it. It's a legal motion, so it won't count anyway, and that will be our ball game. Again, Hoyas receivers, I think, all thought it was an incomplete pass. So that might be the only thing. If I'm Rob Scarlatta, I think I would ask for a review on the actual pass.
False start, offense, not all 11 were set. That would entail a 10-second runoff. Game is over.
And Rob Scarlatta still upset the officials that there was no review on the incomplete pass. Officials look like they're going to give him the courtesy of talking to him, not running directly off the field. But in the minds of the officials, they all are on the same page. That was a fumble, not an incomplete pass. Looked like his hand was going forward, but at that point it might have been intentional grounding anyway on the call. So
yeah, there was just a lot of chaos with that play anyways. It just kind of seemed like he had lost it. It definitely was relatively tight, but and you understand why Coach Scarlatta is pleading his case here, but you know, worst case scenario, that's I mean that's it. That's it's a heartbreaking loss if you're Georgetown.
So